promised myself I've pressed record, and I'm not going to stop this video because the whole purpose of this video is to document my journey through this process of creating a community of parents, helping each other out, sharing my knowledge, tips, tricks, and hacks for parenting. So a week ago, I launched Lazy Parenting, an Instagram account and a Facebook business page. Why? Well, I think for the last couple of years, I have been diving deep into podcasts and audiobooks through some of the mentorship programs that I've been doing through my other businesses. I'm 46. I have 4 kids. They range in age from 9 to 16. And I just feel like I'm at a bit of a different point in my life right now. Parenting is kind of settled. The craziness of having little ones running around has eased, and I can look back and reflect on what I did, and I think I did a pretty good job. The 4 of them so far, knock on wood, seem to be pretty well adjusted, lovely humans. And so, I was reflecting upon what I would like to do next. I own 2 businesses, so along with my partner, my business partner, Dawn, we own a all-star cheerleading company called Panther Cheer Athletics. We're going into our 15th year of that. As well, we own an event company, which, oh my gosh, I don't know how long we've been doing that. Probably even longer than that. We've been doing events, but it's been officially a company for about 4 or 5 years, I think. And then, my kids are getting older, and I've just spent a lot of time reflecting on what the next step for me was going to be. So I was thinking about all the things that I'm passionate about, what really excites me, and it really has been for the last 17 years plus, parenting and working with kids and childhood development and seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I think I've had some really great experiences through. I was a teacher. I was a high school teacher for quite a few years before I retired to be full-time at home. I wasn't really full-time at home. I launched a couple companies when I retired from teaching, but I learned a lot doing that. Before that, I was a coach. I coached gymnastics, as well as while I was a teacher, I coached all levels of high school, from basketball to volleyball, and then fell into the sport of cheerleading, and then opened a business with that. And then I've had 4 kids as well, as all of the kids that I coached over and taught over the last, if I'm 46, it's got to be 30 years since I've been coaching. I probably started coaching gymnastics when I was 14 to 16 years old. So I think I have learned a lot, and I am super passionate about helping raise kids in a positive environment with positive reinforcement, with limits, and also teaching them or growing them or parenting them in a way that raises them to be really, really independent. And so that's what I did. So a week ago, I launched No, I didn't launch the website yet. I launched the Instagram account and I launched the Facebook page. And I've worked really hard all week on there, and I think I might be almost at 100 Instagram followers and like 85 or 90 Facebook followers on my page within a week. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm just documenting this story as I go, and then we'll see what happens. Today I launched the website to go with it. So I bought the domain name lazyparenting.ca and launched that today, as well as a blog site where all of my blogs are going to find a home. Through all the research that I've done, I've been told that you need to have something outside of Facebook and Instagram, because I don't own Facebook or Instagram. They own everything that I've posted on there. So by having a website and somewhere where my content can live, then that's my content. The next thing that I'm going to branch into is vlogging. So I'm excited about that, this being my first one. I'm going to transition my YouTube channel that I have into a Lazy Parenting YouTube channel, and I'm going to start vlogging. I think I've convinced Dawn to join me on Thursday, and I'm hoping to vlog every Tuesday and Thursday. And again, I think this process is sort of a dive in, see how it goes, see what people want to hear, see if people are enjoying the material that I'm putting out there, and pivot as we go and grow. There's a lot of women influencers, entrepreneurs, writers that I'm really excited to watch and learn from. Most recently, I read Rachel Hollis's book, Girl Wash Your Face, and I'm following her journey. In Canada, there's Kat and Nat, who are huge. For most moms know who they are. They have like 1 million followers on Facebook, and I think it's like 500,000 on Instagram, and are living their life and their dream, doing what it is that they love to do. Mine's a bit different. I feel like I want to create a community of parents, moms and dads, that are really committed, going through the struggles, creating a community where they can all chat and learn from and be supported in a way that they realize they don't have to do it all. It's kind of the whole catchphrase behind lazy parenting. In fact, lazy parenting isn't really being lazy at all, although we often feel guilty that we are being lazy because our kids are doing more than maybe we hear or see in the media. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I know for me, because I had 4, it kind of was, they had to do stuff or we wouldn't have been able to function. I wouldn't have remained sane and I would have gone crazy. So by having 4 kids, even just the first 2 within 18 months of each other, the reality was they had to start helping and had to start doing things. I have a blog post about it as well. I think being a pretty strong feminist as well, I felt that it wasn't my job to do lots of the things that maybe traditionally have been held by the mother position. So I, pretty quickly made sure everybody was on board and everybody did their portion around the house. Along with that, I raised my kids, well, along with my husband, of course, not just me, but we put them in a parent participation preschool. That was part of it as well. So I did a lot of educational stuff with speakers. Every month there was somebody that came in and talking about positive reinforcement and language and speaking to your preschoolers and how to help them grow and develop and independence, and what the final goal was, when they leave your house, can they function as an independent person and hopefully never come back. I think I've threatened my kids numerous times that once they're out, and if they come back, then maybe I didn't quite do my job. So that's my own personal goal, is to help them get out and about on their own, and then be the grandma for their kids, like my mom and mother-in-law are and were for my kids. So yeah, that's kind of what this is all about. And so this being my first vlog, I wanted to just sort of delve into that a little bit, let you know why I started the group, why I've started the concept of lazy parenting, and be able to look back on this from my first day. The thing that I think is missing for other people who might be interested in starting a business, starting something that they're passionate about, is when I look at all of those people out there and I want to learn from them, there really isn't any documentation of their process behind the scenes. Like, what is it that they did to get the success that they have, or to have the impact on the world that they're having or in their community? And so I wanted to document that piece a little bit more. And so, like I said, a week ago, I launched the Instagram page and a Facebook page. Since then, I have launched my website today, and I posted a blog post. I figured the easiest way to share the stuff that's up in here was through writing. I was never a writer in high school, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the nightly rights and getting, remembering what it was like and remembering different things that I've learned and different things that I've experienced and putting them out there for people to read. So I'm doing long post or long form blog posts and posts on my Instagram. So I do post on the Instagram every morning, and then I also post it on my Facebook page, and I will also be posting it now as of today onto my website, into the blog as well. It seems like people are enjoying it. I hope you are. I've posted about, I guess that's 6 or 7 different topics now if it's been a week, and some of them are resonating, I think, more with people than others. Most of you seem to be young moms. So out of those 100 people, lots of you are friends and family, so hey. But the rest of you are young moms. I know so many of you through teaching, through coaching, and I'm hoping you're sharing stuff that you like or that you're finding interesting with your friends as well. But it seems to be a lot of moms, either first-time moms or second, third-time moms with little ones at home, and are struggling with the whole just sanity of it all, or insanity of it all, I guess, and trying just to make it through every single day. So a lot of my posts are geared towards that. I have a few followers that are moms like me of older kids and teenagers, and I'm hoping to address some of those issues. I do really think that there's a ton of information out there for moms of little people, but not so much for teenagers. And teenagers are a whole nother breed of human, and I learned that by teaching. When my first year teaching, I taught modified math, 11 and 12, to probably the group of the least motivated students at my high school, which was McRoberts Secondary School here in Richmond, British Columbia. So a lot of you that are on here are students or ex-students of mine, and some of you were in that math class. I took, I think there were 3 or 4 of us adults in the class, helping to keep that class running and everybody safe and all of that. And I learned a lot in that class, and I learned a lot in my first couple of years teaching. And I think I've already written a post about that and what that was like, and how I chose to run my classroom, and about rules and all that sort of thing. And then I learned really quickly what grade 8s and 9s were mostly grade 9s, are a whole different breed of human. Grade 8, they show up at the door all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready for high school and eager, and they want to learn, and they're friendly and happy. And then somewhere around April of their grade 8 year, hormones fully kick in, and social stuff becomes the most important part of their life. School's not so important anymore. How their friends are, what's going on in their peer groups, the opposite sex or the same sex becomes very interesting to them. And it's a whole good 12, 18, 24 months of them figuring out their place in the world, experimenting with different things, figuring out what kind of person they're going to be. And then usually by grade 11, they've settled into their own skin. They kind of know what it is, what path they're going to take, and they become lovely young adults and teenagers. And I really, really enjoyed teaching grade 11 and grade 12 because it was a whole different kind of relationship with students when they're that age and they're taking a class that they want to take. Biology is an elective, so by the time they got to by 11 and by 12, they were in my class, mostly hopefully because they enjoyed the subject and they wanted to be taking that stuff and learning about that stuff. So that was really, really fun. And then I had kids, and after my 4th, I didn't go back. And so I'll talk about that in some subsequent videos as well. But so my experience, why I think I can do this and why I think I have so much stuff to share is because I've had so many years of teaching. Before that, I was coaching. I'm still coaching kids, and then being a parent for the past 17 years and really just figuring it out as I went along, through trial and error, through the help of my husband and my mom and my mother-in-law and my group of friends that we all kind of went through this together. You're going to meet Dawn on Thursday, and she's probably, the person who I've gone through this with the most. We got into business together as partners pretty quick in this parenting gig, and are still running businesses together. And so I'm going to bring her on live with me on Thursday. That'll be our first Facebook Live video, so I hope you will join us then. And so yeah, so that's all I think I really have to say today. I just wanted to start documenting my process, the little bit of the business aspect behind it for those of you that come back one day and watch this video and want to see, how did I build what I'm building, because I do believe it's going to be big. I think you have to believe it, you have to dream it, you have to see it, you have to see it in detail. If you've read the book Girl Wash Your Face, that's a big part of it. Can you imagine what it's going to look like? And I think I have a pretty good idea of what it is I'm striving for, and what it is I'm hoping to accomplish with all of you as part of this community of parents who are just all getting through it together. So that's it. I'm going to see you guys all on Thursday. This is officially my first vlog. I didn't press stop, so I just wanted to kind of get through it. So, okay.